Are you a landlord that's got a garden maintenance problem at your rental property? One of the trends that has come from the pandemic is an increase in the amount of tenants looking for properties with a garden. Not only do the properties rent out easier, but they also can go for 25% more on the rental price. Of course, it's not always easy to rent out a property with a garden. Almost a quarter of deposit disputes are due to garden maintenance issues, and there is always some confusion about what is the tenant's responsibility and what the landlord's responsible for. This is normally outlined in the tenancy agreement, but generally speaking, tenants just need to keep the property in a good, tidy condition, cutting the lawn, weeding, watering the plants, while the landlords are responsible for the bigger things like replacing broken fences, cutting down too large trees, and any structural issues. So here are a few ways that landlords with properties with gardens can safeguard themselves. So first of all, you want to lay the groundwork. You want to give the tenant a garden that's already well maintained. Sometimes low maintenance gardens are better. Make sure the lawns are mowed, free of weeds to start with. Then you want to outline to the tenant what their responsibility is. This is normally in the tenancy agreement, or you could have a discussion with them if it's a particularly big garden that requires a lot of maintenance. Next, you need to keep a record of how you have presented the garden in the first instance. So make sure there's photographs and comments on the inventory report about the condition of the garden and not just the inside of the property. And then throughout the tenancy, you want to keep up those records. So when you go for the property inspections, don't forget to also check the gardens and keep photos of how these are being upkept, and then you can bring up any issues with the tenants as you go along as well. And finally, I would be flexible. So while tenants aren't allowed to change a garden structure or layout without the landlord's permission, if they do want to plant extra flowers or a vegetable patch, or maybe put a makeshift shed in, always be flexible, because if they're looking after the garden, it's always a benefit and normally results in a longer term tenancy. If you've got any questions about your responsibilities as a landlord or the tenant's responsibilities, just give us a call here at Belvoir, Stoke, Leek and Biddulph, and we're happy to help. Thanks for watching.